This is so
As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus.
Oh,
The last
life
place
is
we
so
wanted-
hard.
He's saying things like woke mind virus unironically. Like this is just like how this could be a parody, but it's serious. It's what's amazing.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh brother, look at you.
And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
It's beer.
Oh my
It
God.
should be away from your kids, Jack. It's beer. What are you talking about? Stay away from your kids. It's beer. What the
Yeah.
bro? What?
You all missed this week, or in case you missed this week, Bud Light went woke.
Oh yeah.
So
True.
in response to that, there is a new beer in town,
Oh.
and I think we all need to check out their commercial.
This trailer is fire.
amazing.
This is a
so
good.
great pivot. Great pivot.
Is so
David, you're on point.
ridiculous.
You're on point. Well done. Well done.
I am on point.
Good job.
As
Yeah.
I often am. This what the hell? Where is it?
Oh, we look cooler now.
It looks like there's so many more of us.
I know. It's the same amount. Wow, optical illusions. You're just like, wait.
Yeah.
what?
Oh, here we go. This is the problem. Here we go.
Ah, there we
So there's a new beer in town. Check out this amazingness.
Oh no, not this shit.
go. Blair, you know.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use.
Wasn't that the handicapped
That's why I
restaurant?
created conservative
Pause
dads,
it. Pause it. Pause
ultra-right,
it. Pause it. What's this guy doing coming out of the bathroom with
That's my
can
first
of
question.
beer?
I don't know what the hell is happening.
What were you doing,
Shitty.
buddy? Who else was in there with
Oh.
you?
The foot under
Yeah.
the stall.
Nothing I
So
want
in-
more
in
than a
case
cold
anyone-
brewski.
In case anyone doesn't know what sparked this, this is so stupid. Dylan Mulvaney, who's like a trans activist, is a trans influencer, did one sponsored post with Bud Light, and
One.
apparently the right lost their mind and bought a bunch of Bud Light because we all know that hurts them, and destroyed the beer. Kid Rock shot up a bunch of beer. It's so
Kid
out of
Rock?
this world
Oh, that
insane.
fucking idiot. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's so out of this world insane. And at the same time, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene bought like Coors Light in response. Meanwhile, Coors Light has like 2 decades of being pro
They
pro
make it
LGBT.
clear. Like my thing is, they get mad when we say you don't want trans people in existence, but they literally say that because what are you protesting if not the presence of a trans person is what you're protesting, right? That's what they're against. Like they're not advocating. It's commercial for beer. They're trying to sell beer. They're not advocating for trans rights.
I wouldn't know
They're
who
not
Dylan
advocating
Mulvaney
for
was if it wasn't for the right. If it wasn't for the right wing fucking griftosphere, I wouldn't know who Dylan Mulvaney was and how angry they are about her.
Same.
They
And
are
I-
so
I don't know
obsessed with
who
her.
Who is Dylan Mulvaney? Who is Dylan Mulvaney?
So
They
I'm
sh-
trans
they
and I
showed her
don't even
here.
know who this person is.
Right
I didn't
there.
know who this person was. Yeah, that's her.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh,
She
okay.
was basically.
I'm
she was
trans and I
basically-
don't even know who this person is.
She was
That's really
before
funny.
before she transitioned. She was on Book of Mormon on Broadway,
I don't know.
and
that is.
then she transitioned and became like a TikTok star.
Okay.
Basically, she existed solely on TikTok because TikTok lives in like a bubble where like people who are absolutely huge with more followers than Elon Musk has on Twitter are unknown outside of TikTok somehow, but they're like,
Yeah.
huge on TikTok, and she's like one of those people.
Well, what Dylan
and
did
with
was
this
really
too.
cool too. She did a series on TikTok because I actually do follow Dylan on TikTok. I think her journey has been really cool to watch, and I feel terrible for the hate she's getting. Dylan went on TikTok and started this series of like a day XYZ as a woman, and every day she slowly showed people through the ins and outs of what it is like to transition and what she deals with on a daily basis, and talking about new things that she has to learn and sharing these moments of vulnerability and insecurity with her audience. And it was a really impactful piece. This is something that I believe like Blair White did like a year ago, and a couple other trans YouTubers and stuff, where they showed their journeys and they talked very candidly with their audience. And this is what Dylan is doing for a new generation.
Really dope.
This is what these people are attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny
And
thing, the worst
something
part
about
is they're
this
not
too.
even attacking that. They're just attacking literally the existence of trans people because they're not even going that far into it. They just see a trans person and it's like, oh no, we can't stand for that. We can't. God forbid you normalize people seeing trans people just being about doing things like everybody else. Like, no, we won't have that.
And I said
And
Blair
a
White. I
ridiculous.
think it was like Gigi Fabulous, maybe, is I think who did it instead, not Blair White. Either way, sorry about that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But another ridiculous part about this is you pointed out she's like basically just a TikTok person. that paid Bud Light ad, it was just on her TikTok. It's not like it was on TV. These right-wingers are going out of their way to like go to her TikTok to record these, to download her videos, to constantly post all this stuff. It's not even like it was a TV ad. It was just a TikTok like promoted video.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So then, oh my god. I just what is this?
They made her famous basically, and now now people that are just capitalists are smart enough to know, hey, there's a right-wing audience that is super stupid, that we could sell this overpriced beer to them and frame it as this right-wing beer, and that's what they're doing here.
Conservative dads, ultra-right, 100% woke-free beer.
This is so
As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus.
Oh,
The last
life
place we
is so
want
hard.
is in our beer. If you know which
Pause
bathroom
it.
to use, you know what.
Pause it. If your whole thing's that you're a manly man, a real American conservative dad, let's throw a baseball without putting your little foot up in the air behind you like you're like, what was that?
Also, you're supposed to be a masculine man, and this is the fucking problem you have in your life, where it's like, oh, this oppresses me. This is hard. Oh God, I have to use pronouns the same way I have my whole life. This, honestly, you're precious. You're so precious.
He's saying things like woke mind virus unironically. Like, this is just like how this could be a parody, but it's serious. Yeah. It's what's amazing.
Place we want it is in our beer.
Oh my god.
If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values.
Oh fuck me.
Woke corporations.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh brother, look at you.
To the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
It's beer.
Oh
it should be away from your kids, jackass. It's beer. What are you talking about? Stay away from your kids. It's beer. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, what?
So another,
and I'm sure it's
thing
going
about
to be incredibly
beer
expensive.
too. Oh, I was actually just going to say that. So that's an amazing thing about this beer. You can buy six packs on their website for $35.
Of course.
What?
$35. I'm not
go
even joking.
anti-woke, go broke. What? $35?
Chocolate. Remember they had that chocolate. Was it chocolate?
That was Jeremy's chocolate. Yeah, that's
Jeremy's chocolate.
Jeremy Boring of Daily Wire. They did the Harry's razor competitor, Jeremy's razors, because apparently razors went woke, and then they did the chocolate because Hershey's went woke, and then they now we got a guy doing beer because Bud Light went woke. My God,
they're monetizing the dumbest people in society is what they're doing. It's and at the same time pushing this hate while doing that. It's disgusting, and just it's capitalism at its worst. Like, this is just. Yeah, and
this is going to be a trend too, because I don't know if you guys remember that chocolate ad, the Jeremy's chocolate, but this was basically a carbon copy of that ad. This is just going to be like the game plan going forward. There's going to be like a trans activist that gets sponsored by like Subway, and then there's going to be like
Jeremy sandwiches.
Jeremy sandwiches, and then it's going to be, do you want your kids to not to know about gender? It's going to be the exact same game plan. Like that this is the formula that they're currently making, that type of ad.
And let's be clear, when we look at the 10 stages of genocide, right? So a lot of people are saying we're at stage 7, which is the preparation point. But there's the other stages that are a little more subtle. And this is absolutely one of those things. When we're talking about the classification and the dehumanization and polarizing people, this is all part of the bigger thing. You desensitize the mass audience to say that trans people are not okay. These people are not safe. And like we talked about earlier, a lot of people just rely, or like what Ole was saying, a lot of people rely on experts to help them form their opinion because they do not have the time to do the research. So they're looking at this being thrown about everywhere on social media and goes, well, I don't know, maybe these people do have a point. And that's how you start to get this us versus them mentality. That's how this becomes normalized. And then suddenly it doesn't feel like hate anymore. And then this is just normal, and this is how people fucking die. Like, how do you guys think in like Jim Crow era laws, how do you think black folks were getting lynched? Do you think it was because they all went to church together and they're like, hey, buddy, come on over, it's that time? No, that's not what happened at all. They were not seen as people. They were seen as less than. They were ripped apart from society. That how possibly could this human, just because of different skin color, is not the same as us whites? This is exactly what's happening again. And the problem with us as a society is if we do not learn from history, we will continue to repeat it over and fucking over again. We are simply changing the context, but it is the exact same fucking fight over and over again.
Same logic and rhetoric that was used towards the gay community and gay men, and like just being repeated all over again. And now it's just like, oh, we're just going to rebrand this now for trans people. But this is essentially the exact same culture war. We're still targeting and trying to other this one group. But hey, we're like, it's not socially acceptable to do it the way it was. It's not in vogue, you know, the way it was before to go after the gays. So now we'll do the same shit for trans folk. The exact same things.
And a lot of it is the same arguments. It's a lot of the same arguments. A lot of the same like dog whistles, like talking about like the implications of pedophilia. I mean, that's one of the first issues. Yeah, groomers. I mean, in 2012, when I first started getting into politics, gay rights was one of the things that I was really focused on, because that was, I think, around the time when gay marriage was kind of actually coming into focus and seeming like a possibility. And the amount of Fox News hosts that I would see be like, oh, they're just groomers, but it's going to be a slippery slope. There's going to be people marrying dogs. It's like, this is the exact same culture war, like 10 years later. It's insane to watch.
I will say, there's maybe hope still for Joe Rogan. Because,
what is this time?
By fans for defending Bud
oh my
Light.
God. Okay, David, not only Joe, come on. We got to say this. MrBeast, I am one of the most targeted leftist fucking vocal. I hate MrBeast. And the only person who's bigger than me on this panel is Juniper. The two of us target MrBeast 24/7. And we do it with facts and logic. And we come at it from a rational perspective. In this case, MrBeast is Mr. Based. Like him standing up for his trans friend and being like, hey, by the way, fucking fuck this shit. Of course, I'm gonna call this out and be like, that is fucking amazing. That's incredible. The largest YouTuber in the world. If one trans kid feels safer now, feels better, is like, I'm not scared to go outside because Mr. Beast of all people is standing up for his trans friend. That's so beautiful. That's such a thing of beauty.
I fixed the Feastables display. I went to Walmart. I fixed all of the Feastables chocolates.
My kids and I actually dined at a MrBeast burger the other day. No joke.
Did you really?
Burgers weren't bad. Pretty good burgers.
Oh, they were terrible for me. Oh man, the ghost kitchens, all that whole debacle. Oh,
no,
yeah,
this is not the ghost kitchen. In the American Dream Mall in New Jersey, there's a legit,
a real
MrBeast burger
in Vancouver, Canada. It's a ghost kitchen. I ordered from it. It was some of the worst fucking vile shit. Blair, do you want to go next? I know it was worse for you.
I mean, I got sick. I threw up in my friend's bathroom after eating it.
But you had the ghost kitchen one, right? You ordered it.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
No, this is an actual sit-down restaurant. The food tastes like it's actually prepared just for that restaurant and isn't some other establishment just using the MrBeast name. It was legit.
Yeah, I think there's only a couple of those in the country. I don't know the exact amount, but it's mostly ghost kitchens, which is a whole other issue with MrBeast, of course. I'm not well versed in that enough to be able to get into that myself, though. There's a really good video by Eddie Burback, I think his name is,
so
on
good.
YouTube.
It's so good.
About
it's fantastic.
ghost kitchens, though, if anyone's interested in learning about that.
I bought into the lie. I ordered from ghost kitchens all the time, and I would be like, oh whoa, there's like 3 or 4 like new spicy Korean chicken, like fried chicken places in my area. Awesome. I didn't know they were all the same restaurant. I didn't know they were all the same place, and this is destroying mom and pop operations. And this very like, I hate the mysticism of trying to tell people I'm doing this because I care. I did this because COVID happened, and I did this because of this. You know, this is the reason why I tried to help restaurants and mom and pop. But holy fuck, like 2 things can be simultaneously true. That like sucks, and it's also awesome that MrBeast is supporting his trans friend. Sorry.
This conversation just inspired me. We got to get on this right-wing grift and open up a series of ghost kitchens across the country with names like the Anti-Woke Wok or the Conservative Dad Burgers. And it'll just be like, a front, like, some local burger place. We just team up with restaurants across the country with fake conservative names. Steven Crowder's macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. we'll be set.
It's so easy. I mean, people are paying that $35 for that anti-woke beer. Like, people are actually buying that
Right.
shit. Like, are you
Right.
kidding me? It's like 4% alcohol. They're gonna get a light buzz
Oh my
from a whole
God.
pack at most. Like, come on, people.
I just think it's funny that they like to say go woke, go broke or whatever, yet they're so willing to shell out their precious little stretch thin pennies on $35 shit beer. I just find that hilarious. I'm like, who's really suffering here?
What makes me so happy is the way that they all were trying to portray the Super Mario Bros. Movie as woke because Peach was a girl boss, but then the movie
Wait,
did really well at the box office, and then they're
I
like,
know.
"Oh no, it's anti-woke. That's why
Yeah.
it's doing so successful." Aha!
Wait, what?
And the reason,
thing?
some of the reasons they said is because they cast white guys as Italians. That was, it was like anti-woke, apparently. It was a win for the white people, is how Charlie Kirk, I think, framed it.
That's so
Oh my
funny.
God.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so they were super angry that it was like a girl boss movie for a long time. And then that was the entire narrative. They kept pushing that. And then once it came out, it was like, well, yes, Princess Peach can be the hero. If you didn't know this, in the second American Super Mario game, Princess Peach is a playable character. And I'm going to confess, I couldn't beat the game unless I was Princess Peach. I only beat Super Mario 2 on the
she
NES,
floats, right?
the American version, because she floats. Because she floats.
She's like
That's
easy
the only
mode
way I
in
could
that
beat
game.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, she's easy mode.
Yeah.
And that's how
Yeah.
I beat it for the first time as a kid. Yes, 100%.
In
I
that
confess.
same
I
game,
confess.
in that same game, we are introduced to Birdo, which is a trans character. That is canon. That is canon.
It's
So,
confirmed.
100%.
so for those who aren't aware, it is indeed a very much a woke franchise. And Nintendo itself, in Japan, they don't have same-sex marriage. Nintendo came out and endorsed same-sex marriage. So, I mean, if you're seeing Super Mario Brothers, you're contributing to the woke mind virus conservatives. So I'm really
I mean,
sorry about that.
they just obviously didn't see the movie either, that they're claiming it was a big anti-woke victory, because aside from Peach being like this extremely strong character, who in my opinion actually stole the movie. Every time she was on screen, she was the best character.
Girl boss. is
Wow.
woke.
Wow.
I saw the movie with my kids. I enjoyed it. But there's also, if they actually saw the movie, we would have heard them outraged because Rainbow Road is a major part of the movie, and we all know how they feel about rainbows. And there is a scene where Bowser's right-hand man, that magician guy, dresses in drag. Nobody,
What?
if they saw
What?
this movie,
What?
he dresses up like Peach.
What?
With
Oh,
lipstick and in a
no.
dress and everything.
Oh, no.
So Bowser can
Great. The
practice
woke mind
hitting
virus.
on Peach.
Holy
So
shit.
Bowser-
Kids to see this
Holy
map.
shit.
Yeah, I took my kids to see drag during the Mario Brothers. It's a great point, Mike. Right? I am officially a groomer. I guess you could call me a Goomba groomer.
Okay, Goomber.
This is never going to get clipped. This is never going to be all over the internet.
So something I wanted to say that's amazing about right wingers with these like weird like protests and boycotts though is like how you pointed out, they were saying like, oh, this Mario movie is anti-woke, but Nintendo endorses gay marriage and all this. And the another amazing thing about the anti-woke beer is it looks like, I don't think it's been confirmed, but it was brewed in North Illinois, and there is mostly only Anheuser-Busch distilleries in northern Illinois. So it's like
Oh,
none of these
shit.
people protesting stuff understand like how corporations all have this like power, and like they own all these different businesses, all these different brand names. They don't understand their own complaints. It's stunning to watch. And you think
I do have to
it'll
shout out the chat that just came up with exactly what I should be called. I'm a Groomba.
I can't wait for the article about this, calling you out, calling you a groomer, a Daily Wire article.
I'm a groom. Everyone who took their kid to see the Mario movie, the largest box office ever for an animated film, is
Extremely
apparently a
woke, too.
Groomba.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should
Yeah.
run with this. This will go great for conservatives in elections, calling everyone who took their kids to see Mario a Groomba.
I don't know. I mean, look, Birdo got that, you know. I'm a big fan. I don't care if someone's wearing a dress. Hell yeah, everyone should wear a dress. If you ever want a dress, that shit's comfortable.
Listen, here's what we need to do, folks. Okay, we need to AstroTurf anti-woke outrage specifically about this movie, create this fake account and screenshot that drag character, and then we'll all blow it up like, oh, conservatives are outraged about this, and then we can somehow get it into the narrative, raise the salience of it, and then that'll be in their agenda, it'll be in the rotation. Jason Campbell will share Charlie Kirk's take on it, and then Ben Shapiro's. We can actually do this if we all work together, folks.
Let's do it. I'm down. I
will. We can do this, honestly.
I'm ready.
I'll make it. I'll make an article. I'll make a fake article. We'll get this going.
Like I'm
serious.
I'm serious about this. I'll do it. I'm down.
Yeah, it's true. I'm on board too. Yes, I'll retweet it. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna drop the photo of the character in drag, so you guys could all see.
Oh, if you have the photo, that's all we need.
Oh my! Oh no! Is this the woke mind virus come to life?
Oh my goodness! You prepare to have your mind blown.
Oh no, David, what's about to happen?
Oh my goodness!
Here's another one. There's a side angle.
My word.
Wow.
I think
So
you're right,
this is child abuse,
Christian,
right?
All these people didn't see this movie because they would absolutely complain about this if they saw this movie.
Yeah.
This is something they would complain about.
Listen,
That's so cute. That's so cute. Let me see it.
This is.
Oh, by the way,
They are
this
very
is
cute.
enough.
I'll agree.
We
Super
ordered.
cute.
We
Super
ordered
cute.
the bear. Me and my best friend ordered the RuPaul
you did?
bear. Hell yeah, we did. That cheese flies out. And
It's
the minute
cute.
we were literally the night before I saw your video about Ben Shapiro, me had already sent me the bear, and we were over here dying off the wig of the bear and the bear little shape and the shoes. And so we were already buying it. We had picked out a whole little fit. And then when we saw that Ben Shapiro was mad about it, we were like, 2 bears. We gotta go.
There you go.
Protest bear. Get a protest bear.
So
Listen, I do just want to close out this Mario segment. For the record, as a gay man, I think I could speak as somewhat of an authority on this issue. But if I were to see that as a kid, it would probably turn me gay faster. So if you took your kids to see the Mario movie and they were exposed to that drag, they're going to be gay or trans. So
or more gay.
Or more gay.
More gay than ever before.
If they were going to be a 4 on the Kinsey scale, now they're a 6. And you did that. You did that.
Nintendo grooming the youth.
These Groombas who took their kids to see the Mario movie.
I mean, all you got to do is you really just had to have played Legend of Zelda once.
Breath of the Wild.
Just play as Link just once. Come on. I mean,
in Breath of the Wild, Link literally has to dress in drag to get into a specific town where only women are allowed, and you have to do that to progress.
Final Fantasy has a bunch of that shit too.
Link doesn't even have to dress in drag. Link is regularly dressed.
There's so much cross-dressing.
Link looks pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.